Good morning. We're going to talk about frustration today. And you are hoping that I'm going to talk about the frustration of the full moon cycle, of not being able to have the pleasure that you wait for every day. If you have been following the rules, then yes, the full moon cycle is hard. Hard to refrain for something that you're used to, for something that pleases you, for something that gives you that extra release of stress or whatever else. But today is not about your frustration, it's about my frustration with, guess who? Yeah, that's right. You. Yay! You. Why? Well, we have been running this course from October. Okay. You have joined yesterday, or a month ago, or back in November, and you haven't seen all the videos. Do not write to me unless you have seen most of the videos. I know there are lots, but by not watching them and writing to me and asking the same questions that I have discussed a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, making the same mistakes, you make me think that this is pointless. People do not want to be trained. They want personal attention. If you want personal attention, follow my way. Follow what I have taught you over the past few months. What were the rules? Rule number 1 for being a good S-type man. Letting go of the ego. What do most of you send me in your line messages and emails? And all about me. My progress, my problems, my desires, and how I feel, and what I like to see in your videos. Letting go of the ego is letting go of the I. There is no me. There is the person I serve, without expecting anything back for me to satisfy my needs too. I can't neglect myself because this is what I need, balance. And all my actions are motivated by personal gain. That is very shallow, and that is not going to win you any love, any personal attention, or any desire of a C-type woman to train you. Yesterday I got an email from our new member who is a psychiatrist. And don't worry, I'm not going to say your name or country or age. A doctor, a psychiatrist in his 40s. When I read the first line, I was thrilled, because we don't have a psychiatrist yet. We have lots of doctors, but not a psychiatrist. Great. Psychiatrist is somebody who knows people, who understands people and how they think. What do I read in the email? Previous experience. It's your first email to a woman. Why do you tell her what you used to do for other women? I'm not a doctor and I'm not a registered institution providing a service in training people for free. All I'm doing, I'm trying to help you. And if you have watched more of the videos, you wouldn't write in that way. So seeking personal attention, unless you have followed my guidelines, is not the right order. You start by watching the videos and absorbing the information in them. That serving is giving, and I've said that 100 times, giving without expecting anything back. You don't start serving by saying, I want this, I want that. Think about examples of serving in a supermarket, customer service, in a massage shop, massage service, they will never tell you how they feel or what they want because they're servants. You pay them money for it. If your desire to serve a woman, not for money, but for the desire, for the sake of seeing her being happy with what she gets, if you have that desire in you, do not expect anything back. A girl in the massage shop, she doesn't say, "Damn, you're my 7th person. I'm so tired, my wrists hurt." Because she's getting paid. It's her job. Is she enjoying it? I think you can answer that question. You can say, yes, I'm sure she is. Some people do. Yes. Some days they do, some days they don't. Can't argue with that. Think about a person working in a hotel serving customers. Let me open the car door for you. Oh, no, it's all right. Let me open it because I enjoy opening it. I want to open it for you. You don't hear anything coming from them. You don't hear the I. It's their job. You are a servant, but you don't get paid for it. You're a volunteer servant. There is no I. There is no, I am tired, I am not in the mood, I don't have the time, but I am free this weekend, I want to serve you. Can you make some time for me to serve you? Going from a totally sort of illogical direction, right? Well, doesn't make sense what I'm saying. You get the point? Okay, that's important. Why did I give you this example with a reporter a few days ago? It's an exercise to help you let go of the ego, like the reporter when he interviews the person. There is no I from the reporter's side. Oh, you know what you said? It really reminds me. When I was 10, I used to have a dog too. Now I'm going to tell you all about it because my dog was the cutest dog. Much cuter than your dog, surely. And my story is much more interesting. Imagine if the reporter did that. He'd be fired. Imagine if the reporter showed no interest in the person he's interviewing. What? I'm sorry I missed that. I'm just so tired. Would the person tell them more? Probably not. This is the exercise you could do, and if you haven't done it yet, do it for a few days. It doesn't have to be one day. Everybody you talk to, you are the reporter. You're there standing with the microphone, asking them the right questions. Not the questions you prepared the day before, but the questions that spring from their answers. A chain. Can flow in a different direction, right? In any direction that they are going to point it into. Owning more than 600 people. What does it feel like? It feels like I own about 5 people out of 600. Why? Because the rest are trying to own me. What does that mean? Constantly begging for attention. Constantly trying to say things to make me talk about the topics that they want to hear. And those are not the topics that Lena chooses. These are the topics that gives you some sort of stimulation, some sort of excitement, demands, asking to tell you certain things, asking to dress in a certain way, asking to talk in a certain way. You have to get certain things right. I'm not your servant, and I'm not providing a service that I get paid for. You are my servant. You're supposed to be my servant. Does a servant tell his master, his customer, his woman, what they want, what they feel like, what they're thinking about. No, it doesn't matter. All they do is provide a service. They don't ask for what they can do because they have a certain job from the very beginning. The valet parks the car. The dishwasher washes the dishes. The massager massages the body and the feet. The laundryman does the laundry. And so on. Different services depending on your talents. I'm not going to ask the valet who parks the car to go cook a vegetarian meal because I know he'll do a crap job. So tasks are person specific. Who is going to come up with tasks? You are. Because you know yourself more than I know you. If I was to offer a service to somebody, I would not offer them to be their driver because I'm a very average driver. And if you have been driving with me, and I know a few of you have, you know what I'm talking about. My attention span is very short, and sometimes I don't see things that happen on the sides of the car. I don't notice things. So I wouldn't say I will be a driver. I'd say I can be yourพี่เดี๋ยวลีน่าจะโทรหานายอีก5 นาทีนะค่ะต้องยุ่งนิดโอเคค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ Okay, you don't live in Thailand, and I'm not talking about practical services like washing the dishes and driving the car, but there's certain strengths. I know a few people are really good at web design. This is what you do for me. This is what you offer me. I can design a website for you. Excellent. You are the website servant. This is the service that you provide. You are a volunteer servant. You don't get money for it. Why would you do it? Because you want the feeling of making me happy. You want the feeling of being useful to me. You want the feeling of me owning you. What other services are there? It's up to you, up to your talents, and up to your abilities, what your unique role is. I need 1 or 2 websites. I don't need 10 websites. I need 1 dishwasher. I don't need 10 dishwashers. It's hard to get a dishwasher in Thailand, of course, unless you pay money to a lady who will come and wash your dishes. But hey, I probably only use 1 plate per day for fruit. Rinsing it takes 1 second. You don't create the need. You fill the need. Fulfill the need of the person. If you are good in constructions, you're helping me with advice on construction. But there are other areas in life. You all have to find your own role. Training is not sitting there like a slob in front of a screen and saying, well, train me. I want to enjoy this. Training is work. Work that you have to do. Including the emails. I can read it. I don't have to reply to you. If the email does not provoke a desire in me to reply to you, do not expect a reply. You've done a poor job with making me want to reply. That's all it says. If I want to reply, nothing will stop me. No matter how busy I am, I will reply to you. But if it's full of I's, me's and my's, and the servant telling the master what they want and what they feel like, the master will probably fire the servant. That's why it only feels like 1 or 5% of people really belong to me. And not trying to own me by saying I have a sea woman who owns me. You don't have anything. There is no you. You are a number to me. A number with a unique role. And if you don't have that role, the word useless sticks to the number. You don't feel anything. You don't feel like you are getting anything. There's no feeling of balance. In a balance, there's no feeling of doing a good job, being a good boy, satisfying the need. There's no feeling of being owned. Why? Because there is nothing that you are doing to make me happy. It's a lot to think about today, right? Okay. Dismissed, audience dismissed. Thank you for listening. And if you get something out of it, good. If you don't, exercise on letting go of the big I that took over your mind